Hi, my name's Joe. I love talking about the Texas Rangers, and today I'm talking about game number 46 of the regular season, where the Rangers lose 7-3 against the Angels. There's some positive things I want to talk about, and there's some negative things. I'll start with the negative things that I've been noticing recently. One is our defense has just been middle of the pack this year, and last season our defense was number one or top five at the worst throughout the whole season. We had 3 errors last night, and those 3 errors hurt us. There were runs that were generated off that. They got the lead. Their first run was scored because of a Nathaniel Lowe, who's a Gold Glover, just aired a ball right past Jonah Heim on a tag that would have been an easy out. And so that's nerve wracking to me, and I really think that's more of a mindset problem because I know we have the defenders. I know that Nathaniel Lowe is a Gold Glover. I know that Jonah is a great defender. I know that Marcus Semien might be the best defender in baseball. Adolis Garcia dropped a fly ball. He needs to focus. He lacked focus on that play. I love Adolis Garcia. I'm a huge Adolis Garcia fan, but I'm going to criticize him. I'm going to criticize him at the same time, and he just dropped an easy fly ball. So I know in a 162 game season, it's hard to maintain the focus of we need to be 100% all the time. It's hard to do that in a 162 game season when you play 9 innings 162 times. That's a lot of innings, and it's hard to stay laser focused for all that. But that's what you have to do because every win counts the exact same. The wins in May count the exact same as the wins in August and the wins in September. And it's hard to recognize that, but Bruce and the leaders of this, Bruce Bochy and the leaders in this team, and the leaders in the clubhouse, they need to get that message through to every player that we need to be laser focused on every single win. And so the defense needs to get better. And I think that's something we will get better at. I'm not worried about that. We just need to focus in on it. So that was a big thing. We had 3 errors last night, and we haven't had 3 errors all season. So that's something we really need to lock in and focus up on. The bigger issue, the real big issue that needs legit addressing is we can't hit lefties. We score 5 runs a game, 5.2 runs a game when we play righty starters. And when we play lefty starters, we average less than 3.6 or 3.4, something bad like that against lefty starters. And that is just teams, when we face teams now, they will find lefties who can start, whether they're their best options or not, just to throw it against us. The Angels threw a lefty at us yesterday, and they're going to throw another one at us today because they know we struggle against hitting against lefties. And we can't do that and win ball games. We need to, I think, honestly, that's a trade deadline thing. I think we need to trade for guys, not like superstars. We don't need superstars. We need to trade for guys who we can platoon against lefty hitters that are consistent. Evan Carter's not great against lefties. I don't know if Wyatt. I think Wyatt will be fine against lefties once he's back. Once he's healthy, I think he's supposed to be coming back either at the end of this month or the early next month. And I still have faith in Wyatt Langford. It's still been so early in his career, and maybe this injury time has given him time to learn and focus, and he'll come back better than ever. Marcus and Adolis are great. I really do like. Evan Carter's not good against lefties, and then I don't know the specifics who else is bad against lefties on our team, but we need to get better at that. We need to be able to get better at that, and I think that's a trade thing. Maybe it's a batting coach thing, and we need to get into the analytics of how lefties are beating us and why they're beating us and how we need to be more specifically attacking them. Maybe we're chasing them. Maybe we need to be more picky and more disciplined at the plate. I don't know the specifics, but we need to address that. We need to fix it. Those are all the negative things. Now I'm going to talk about the positive things from last night. The one thing is, I do think we got unlucky at a lot of times. We had probably had 4 or 5 balls that were near home runs, and it just didn't go over the fence. And I know Corey Seager had a line drive that went right to the first baseman. And guess what? The Angels had a bunch of bloop hits or hits. For me, a good hit, a quality on bat swing, put into contact, is when you hit the ball over 90 miles an hour, maybe 95 miles an hour. When you do that and you have a good launch angle, somewhere between 15 and 30, or maybe even below that. I'm not mad. I'm not that mad about ground outs that you hit hard. Like sometimes it happens. I'd rather you hit a line drive, but it happens. Those are quality. Those are quality swings when you hit the ball hard. But when you get a hit off sub 70, sub 80 mile per hours off the bat, like exit velo, then you got lucky. That wasn't a good swing. The pitcher should have won that battle. He induced weak contact, and you just got lucky because there wasn't a defender there. And the Angels had plenty of those yesterday. I know they had bases loaded, and they got a bloop single into center field that scored 2 runs. That shouldn't have happened. Their first run was a tiny little base hit because it was such a weird angle for Nathaniel Lowe. He couldn't get the guy out at first and rushed it home, and it didn't work out, and they scored a run. And we should have made the defensive play, but they just got lucky a lot. And I think that's an issue we've been having all season. So I do think I think our expected wins is higher than how we've been playing. So I do think we're going to be better than how we've been. And then the other great news from yesterday is that Dane Dunning and Nathan Eovaldi both threw bullpens. And they were great in those bullpens. I don't know if they were great. I take that back. They're throwing bullpens, which is great. And when those guys get healthy, we can send some of our starters who've been doing great to the bullpen. Like we can send Jose Urena back to the bullpen. We can send Michael Lorenzen to the bullpen. Maybe Andrew Heaney can go to the bullpen. And that can strengthen our bullpen because starters who go to the bullpen usually do better there. Because it's a fact, starters are better pitchers than bullpen guys. So I'm a broken record, and also Evan Carter was back. He had 1 plate appearance late in the game, so it wasn't everything. And again, it's because there was a lefty, and so we didn't want to play him when there's a lefty. Evan Carter, I honestly think right now we just need to we should take the sacrifice of him just playing against lefties because he needs experience because he's so young. He's a rookie still. I know he was so great for us last year. We forget that he's still a rookie. He is still a rookie, and we shouldn't accept that he's bad versus lefties. We should develop him to become good against lefties. He doesn't need to be great, but good against lefties. And so the only way we're going to be able to do that is by just throwing him into the fire and making him get better. And if he struggles, that's fine. He just needs to get the experience. Because I don't want to hinder his growth by just platooning him. Because I love Evan Carter so much, and I think he's so great. I do not want to ever see him as just a platoon guy. With how talented he is, we can't accept that he's a platoon guy. He's way too good for that. And then the one last negative thing I'll bring up is that the Astros are storming back, and they are looking really good right now. They're on a 6-game win streak, and they beat the Brewers last night. And they're 4 games under 500. I remember when they were 12 games under 500. And I was like, wow, this team sucks. There's no shot they make the playoffs. And I really didn't say that. I didn't want to speak too soon, and I don't think I did. Because they are the Astros. They've made the last 7 ALCSs. And that's unfathomable. It's ridiculous. So I don't want to say... I mean, they're not there yet. They're still below 500. And I mean, we're 500. But it's scary. It's scary. So, I don't know. We gotta step up our game. Is all that is. Today we play. I don't know when this video is gonna get posted, so it might have already happened. But on May 18th, Jose Urena is gonna go against Patrick Sandoval for Game 47. We need the win to stay over 500. This will be if we lose, then it's the first time we're below 500 in the Bruce Bochy era. I feel confident we'll get the win. But that's all I have for today. As always, go Rangers.